Arsenal face PSG away from home in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. The first leg, Arsenal were beaten 1-0. And because of how poor Arsenal were at home, at the Emirates Stadium, neutral fans and the media have written Arsenal off. I understand that. Comparing how good PSG were against Arsenal and how they've been this season, PSG is a good team and they deserve all the praises that they've got. A team that consists of Kvaratskhelia, who has been fantastic from Napoli to Paris Saint-Germain, Dembele, who have rediscovered his form and fitness as well. Vitinho in the midfield, Marquinhos in defense, Doué, a young player that have been fantastic. They deserve the praise. And I understand the media writing Arsenal off. But if you know what football is all about, then you would understand that Arsenal have got a chance. Arsenal can go to France and turn this tie around. Yes, they can. In the first leg, the absence of Thomas Partey, it's a noticeable absentee. Because whenever Thomas Partey plays, he frees Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. They make those runs, they make those moves, and they are not very cautious of tracking back. And Thomas Partey is a defensive midfielder that is so intelligent and so cool on the ball. In the midst of pressure, Thomas Partey knows how to walk away from it with the ball, and he knows how to give penetrative passes from deep. That is something that Declan Rice does not have. And so far, in that first leg, we missed all of that. And with Mikel Merino not starting up front, we missed his pressure and his height as well. Now, for Arsenal to win in France, Arsenal needs to go to reset. Start the midfield trio of Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. And then start Mikel Merino up front. Leonardo Trossard should go back to the bench. Martinelli should start ahead of Leonardo Trossard because he's got the energy to track back. Leonardo Trossard does not. But in terms of finishing, Leonardo Trossard is a better finisher compared to Martinelli. Martinelli runs with his head down, and a lot of times there are some crosses and some passes that Leonardo Trossard does very intelligently. Martinelli does not see those things because he does not raise his head up. I wish that Martinelli has got that in him, but unfortunately, he's got the energy to track back, but does not have that intelligence. In terms of finishing and also in assist. Well, that notwithstanding, Arsenal have got a chance in this game. 1-0 can be turned over easily. Of course, it can also give you the confidence going into a game, especially PSG playing at home in France with a 1-0 lead. Arsenal in this game, they are not under a lot of pressure because they lost in the first leg. But they also have something to play for. And they believe in themselves. I believe in Arsenal as well. In as much as Paris Saint-Germain, they are a much better team compared to Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta oftentimes have come to the media to complain or to just, should I say, give an excuse of the players that have gone out of season. I understand that Arsenal have lost some players. But then when you check back and look at their track record and how many goals and assists they've got, it's not much. Arsenal does not have the likes of Lewandowski or Lautaro Martinez or a Yamin Lamau, to talk about that is out of season. If this was Bukayo Saka, then I would understand because Bukayo Saka is our best player in Arsenal, but Gabriel Jesus has not produced much since he came to Arsenal. And Tomiyasu in defense, even if he's fit, he wouldn't start, and the rest of them. It's something that Arsenal really needs to address next season. But for this season, Arsenal needs to find a way to beat PSG. Do they have the chance? Yes, they do. And I believe that they will be coming into this game with the presence of Thomas Partey. A lot of things will be corrected. And Jurgen Timber and Miles Lewis-Kelly will definitely do better. Okay? There's only one thing I want Mikel Arteta to do in this game is to be very, very intentional. If Martin Odegaard is not doing well, he should be taken off. Martin Odegaard is a player, from my observation, he's a player that when he starts well, he's going to definitely go 90 minutes. Okay, but if in 20 minutes time, Martin Odegaard has not picked form, then he's not going to turn up. Martin Odegaard will not turn up. That's why Arsenal needs someone, an attacking midfielder that will hold that ball, that will drive forward. Martin Odegaard does not drive forward to create a foul or even to shoot, even with his stronger foot, which is his left foot. He doesn't do all of that. And that is what Arsenal is lacking. And we've got that in Ethan Nwaneri. So Mikel Arteta should take that risk. What are you going to do? Why are you going to lose? You're already losing 1-0. And in the second half, if Martin Odegaard does not turn up, then Ethan Nwaneri should be introduced, given the license to go, beat the defenders, take that shot, create that opportunity. That is what Arsenal have been lacking. And we've got that in Ethan Nwaneri. But Mikel Arteta is not confident enough to take risks. Hopefully, in this game, there will be no need to introduce, players randomly. I believe that Arsenal can go there and win. And of course, Arsenal needs to be cautious as well, because we are not going to play an Aston Villa. We are going to play Paris Saint-Germain, a team that consists of great players, experience, youthfulness, and hunger. Same thing with Arsenal. So it's going to be an end-to-end game. And I hope that Arsenal comes out victorious and make it to the finals. It's your boy, Talk with Sam, that brings to you exclusive news, analysis, previews, reviews, statistics of individuals, tournament and events. Who will win between Arsenal and PSG? Come to the comment section and let me know. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.